Mustangs will have the opening possession of the second half by virtue of the possession arrow pointing their direction. And Anderson gets it in to Lopez. The Mustangs turn it over on their opening possession, and drive to the bucket results in a traveling call. The Mustangs will be going in front of their own bench, going left to right as we watch them here from the same side of the score table and the benches. They're wearing their black road uniforms, and the white-clad Eagles open the scoring of the second half. Baca underneath with a layup for 2 points, makes it 34-12, and the Eagles are going to start out in full-court man-to-man pressure. The Mustangs had some trouble with that in the first half. It was a zone press in the first half. They break the man-to-man pressure. Anderson just dribbles right through it, gets it across the timeline. His teammates cleared out of the way. Now the Mustangs working against the man-to-man defense being played by the Eagles. We'll get their lineup. Looks like they've got a couple of different players in to start the second half. The Mustangs going with most of the first five. Yeah, it's the same five starters for the Mustangs to start here we're a minute into the third quarter. Now down low inside to Baca again, and maybe he's going to be the hot hand for the Eagles here. It certainly was Smith in the second quarter, and Baca has a pair of field goals here in the opening second of the third quarter, and it's 36-12 as the Eagles now have a 3-1 lead ratio over the Mustangs. 36-12 the scores. The Mustangs working against that man-to-man defense. 2-point attempt, toes on the arc by Anderson. Follow-up by Schneider, no good. Rebound to the Eagles. Eagles try to get it ahead. Schneider gets a hand on it, but it gets away over to the Eagles. 3-point attempt by Olivas, no good. Mustangs rebound. Anderson quickly ahead to Lopez. Lopez now drives, almost traveled, but he was fouled. Let's see if they're going to give him benefit of the shot on that one or say he was just passing. I think they're going to give the Mustangs the ball out of bounds. They will. Anderson will throw it in under the Mustang basket. Fort Morgan trailing 36-12. Now Anderson, left corner, up high to Garver, back to Anderson, trying to look to get it inside. Lopez swings it around right side to Schneider. Now driving in the lane is Anderson. Can't find the range. It goes off the back of the rim. Eagles with the rebound. A quick outlet pass. Now left corner, thinks about a shot, and out off the leg of a Mustang. I thought that might have gone off of Pomerlew's leg, but the Eagles will keep the ball under their own basket. 36-12, Thompson Valley leads Fort Morgan. Olivas may have gotten away with a little hop there. The Mustangs knock it out of bounds, and the Eagles will throw it in front of their own basket. 36-12, the Mustangs need to solve this defense, and then they need to find the range. They just have not been able to really get many good looks at the basket. No field goals here in the third quarter as we're 2.5 minutes into this second half of play at Thompson Valley High School. Mustangs playing some pretty solid defense here on this possession. 3-point shot, rimming off, no good. Eagles with their offensive rebound. Put back on the play by Baisley, his first bucket of the night for the Eagles. Now the Mustangs working against the full court pressure, and they are going to have trouble beating the 10-second timer if they don't get it across. They do. Olivas dribbling into the paint, swings it over to Garver. Garver thinks about a three. Now that's Mendez from inside the arc, no good. Schneider gets tangled up with an Eagle. They went down to the floor, and the referees rushed in, but neither player was doing it, weren't yanking their arm or anything. They just got tangled up and went down on the floor. But it is going to result in a foul on T.J. Schneider. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's good for the Mustangs. It's on Baca for the Eagles. His second. Mustangs throw it in. Anderson can't find the range from 15 feet, in and out, but Mendez with the rebound for the Mustangs. He tries to kick it out, stolen away by the Eagles. Turnover on the Mustangs. They're trailing 38-12, 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And Bustos scores his second bucket of the night. Makes it 40-12 And now the Eagles are spreading around that scoring. They've got 3 different players that have scored here in the quarter. And a foul whistled on Pomerleau for the Eagles. His first, third on the Eagles here in the quarter. None yet in this half on Fort Morgan. Anderson, right wing. Works off a pick by Mendez. Pulls up at the free throw line. Shoots. Swish. So Aaron Anderson with the first Mustang bucket of the second half. 40-14. Eagles quickly counter at the other end. Shot no good. Follow-up good by Pomerleau. That's the 4th different player to score here in the quarter for the Eagles. Mustangs have it across the timeline, working against the modest full court pressure that time. Inside to Anderson from Garver. Loses the handle. Doesn't really get a good shot. We'll call that a missed shot. Eagles up with and head down to the other end. They try to feed it inside to Colin Smith and can't find the handle. Thompson Valley wants a timeout. 3:45 left to go in the third quarter. Thompson Valley leading Fort Morgan 42-14. Back after this on B106. Fort Morgan will have the ball after the Thompson Valley timeout. Thompson Valley's going to keep that full court press on. They're leading 42-14. Matching up, looks like maybe a zone press this time. The 1-2-1-1 that we saw earlier in the ball game. Mustangs able to break it fairly easily this time, but now they're in a trap in their side of the court. Now Schneider hands off to Garver. Garver driving to the hoop, and he's fouled. Doesn't convert on the layup, but he'll get to shoot a pair. So that was a nice give and go there. Garver making a nice move to the hoop, not able to convert, but let's see what he can do from the free throw line. Looking for his first points of the night. First free throw is short. Fort Morgan trailing 42-14. It was 32-12 at halftime. So 10-2 here in the quarter. 4 different Eagles have scored field goals here. As Garver's free throw is good, makes it 42-15, and a foul in the backcourt. Mustangs are still a couple away from, that was on the Mustangs, their first team foul. They're still 3 fouls away from being at the free throw line themselves. That foul was on Nevin McConnell, who just came in. His second personal. Eagles working against man-to-man defense. That's Smith in the lane against Anderson. Eagles working it out high. Looking for cutters inside. Smith, the turnaround above the arc. Ball goes over the backboard, which by rule is out of bounds. And turnover, that's a missed shot, actually, that went out of bounds. Over to the Mustangs. 3:09 left to go here in the third quarter. 42-15, Thompson Valley leading Fort Morgan. The Thompson Valley girls won the first half of this doubleheader. The Eagle boys looking to make it a sweep. The Fort Morgan boys looking to make that otherwise. McConnell pulls up from 12. A little bit off balance, off the back of the rim, no good. Eagles with the rebound. 2:50 left to go here in the third. Cross-court pass, they've had some success with that. And Leo Lopez got a hand on it, but it then went off Belivas for the Eagles out of bounds, and the Mustangs will throw it in. No full court press this time. Fort Morgan throws it in front of the Thompson Valley bench. Eagles will pick up at half court. Anderson, right wing. Takes a couple dribbles up high to Schneider. Over to Olivas. Garver on the left wing. Garver still has his dribble. Now uses it. Dribbles up high. Bounces it off the foot of an Eagle. Goes back into the backcourt. Gets it himself. Gets it ahead to Lopez. Lopez ahead to Anderson. A little off balance and puts it in. Nice recovery there by Aaron Anderson. His second bucket of the quarter makes it 42-17. Smith at the other end is stopped by Anderson. McConnell picks it up off the floor. Ahead to Schneider. Schneider has one man to beat and wound up with the ball in his hand, and they are excellent call by the official as came back down into his hand. That certainly a break for the Mustangs, as it could have been traveling because he came back down with the ball. If he hadn't fully gotten rid of it, it would have been traveling, but they gave him benefit of the jump ball, so they used the alternating possession arrow to put it in for the Eagles. That was a nice defensive play, a good offensive play by the Eagles, but a better defensive play by the by Thompson Valley. Now they turn it over. Fort Morgan will throw it again, once again, in front of the Eagle bench, and no full court press on those sideline throw-ins. 1:50 to go in the third quarter. Thompson Valley leading Fort Morgan 42-17. Now Schneider works the left side of the lane, loses the handle out of bounds off of a white jersey. So the Mustangs will retain possession. Anderson will throw it in from under the hoop. That's Aaron Anderson. West saw a few minutes playing time in the second quarter. Now the Mustangs turn it over. Eagles the other direction. Try to get it down low to Smith. He loses the handle, out of bounds, and Fort Morgan will throw it in. Again, no full court pressure. Mustangs throwing it in under the Thompson Valley basket, but they've called off the full court press, at least at this point in the ball game. Eagles leading Fort Morgan 42-17. Final 90 seconds of the third quarter. Anderson loses dribble. Finds Schneider down low. Good connection there. And, I'm sorry, that was McConnell. McConnell with the hoop for the Mustangs. His first bucket of the night makes it 42-19. Good feed there by Anderson. Eagles missed a shot. That's Lorbach. The Mustangs with the defensive rebound. Left side, McConnell driving the baseline. Out to Anderson. Anderson's outside the arc. Back to McConnell, who puts it up from three-point range. Swish! Nevin McConnell with the first triple for the Mustangs since the first minute of the ball game when Leo Lopez hit one, and that cuts the lead to 42-22. Still a long, long way to go for the Mustangs as we hit the final minute of the third quarter, but a little bit of life for the Mustangs as they force a turnover on a 5-second closely guarded count. Very rare, especially in a dribbling situation, but that's what the Mustangs got, and they have half a minute to work with here at the end of the third quarter. See if they can build on a little bit of momentum here. A couple of buckets by Anderson, a couple by McConnell, including one from behind the arc. The Mustangs are showing some signs of life. Nice feed from Anderson to Schneider, who can't convert. Beautiful pass, but Schneider's fouled as he goes to the hoop. He'll get 2 free throws, and that foul is on Colin Smith. That's his first personal foul. I'm sorry, Bush Jost called with that foul. I'm just wishful thinking, hoping that Smith will get some fouls. He had 15 points in the second quarter, but we haven't heard from him here in the third quarter. Schneider's first free throw is no good, as is his second. Eagles get the rebound. 16 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Eagles working against them. Man-to-man being played by Fort Morgan, and they get called for 3 seconds in the lane. Another turnover, and the Mustangs have 10 seconds to work with, and Coach Unrein wants a timeout to set up this final play of the third quarter. Let's go ahead and take a break because they are taking a full timeout. We'll be back for the final seconds of the third quarter here on Z106 and Z106.com. 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The Mustangs using a full timeout, kind of going to double up on the quarter break that will be coming up. They're throwing it in 94 feet from their own basket. They turn it over in the backcourt. The Eagles convert a layup by Colin Smith, and he will be going to the line to complete a three-point play or attempt to. We were just mentioning a minute ago, 15 points in the second quarter for Smith. Hadn't heard from him here in the third quarter, but he puts it in for 2, and he'll be going to the free throw line. He has 17 points on my scorebook and 18 with the free throw, but he misses. Rebound, and time will run out. The Mustangs will just hold it as the quarter ends with Thompson Valley leading Fort Morgan 44-22 after 3 quarters of play at Thompson Valley High School in Loveland. We'll be back after this on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. If you're looking for a car to replace that other one to start the new year, see them at T.O. Charlie's. They have great deals on used cars and trucks. You can find them at 700 West Platte in Fort Morgan at T.O. Charlie's. The Mustangs will have the opening possession of the fourth quarter, trailing by 22 points. Thompson Valley has exactly doubled up Fort Morgan, leading 44-22. and the Mustangs can't hang on. They turn it over to start the fourth quarter. Long three-quarter court pass from the baseline by the Eagles. One more pass and a layup. Missed, no good. And in the ball game for the Mustangs is Baker. He gets the rebound. And down at the other end, Nick Garver converts. And Thompson Valley coach does not like what he just saw there. Coach Josh Robinson for the Eagles calling a timeout, a 30-second timeout that's brought to you by Edwards Right Price Market in Flowerland. They're located at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. You can stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days, and even though it's winter, still you can stop by the Flowerland and start thinking about spring, because it's not too far away as we just really get started on winter here, but we'll start looking forward to all that comes with the longer days, and you can find that at the Edwards Flowerland. So Fort Morgan's going to put full court pressure on here as Thompson Valley will throw it in under the Fort Morgan basket after that bucket, 44-24 with that goal by Garver. Now the Eagles break the pressure. They are working against man-to-man pressure being put on by Fort Morgan, and Fort Morgan is going to emphasize the defense in this quarter. They are playing tight defense, swatted away by Schneider. The Eagles get it back, and a nice recovery there by Baisley. Makes it 46-24. Mustangs down quickly, and Schneider, sorry about that, McConnell, I've done that twice. I apologize, Nevin, because he made that hoop. And now a foul in front of the Fort Morgan bench. And Scott Baker whistled for his, let's see if that's his first or second. He's sitting down. And that's the second on him, third in the half on the Mustangs. They trail at 46-26, 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. Fort Morgan playing man-to-man defense with some renewed intensity here in the fourth quarter. Smith outside the arc for the Eagles. Gets it up high to Baisley. Back to Smith. He's working against Schneider. Swing it to the right side. Baisley's over there. Gets a nice three-pointer off, but it's a little too long. Rebound picked up off the floor by Colin Smith, and he has it rejected by Aaron Anderson. I don't have the stats on blocks tonight, but that's at least the third, and most of them have been pretty impressive tonight. A nice defensive play there by Aaron Anderson as he swatted it out of bounds. The Eagles will retain possession after it went out of bounds. They throw it in from under their own hoop. Up high is Baisley. Baisley working against McConnell. Now it's left side, left baseline is Garcia, and he finds the range inside the arc, makes it 48-26. Quickly at the other end, Schneider misses. Follow up by Zwetzik. He checked in during that last timeout, apparently. A bucket for Tony. He has 5 points in the game. Just over 6 minutes to play. Fort Morgan trailing 46-28. Eagles swatted away by Aaron Anderson. Again, that was an attempt by Olivas. Credit Aaron with another block. The Eagles get the ball back, reset their offense. Baisley working against McConnell, all the way up in the center circle, picks up his dribble. McConnell is all over him. He gets it ahead. Now it's in the corner to Smith. Smith picks up his dribble. He's guarded by Schneider. Now the Mustangs force a bad pass. Quickly the other way. Zwetzik ahead to Anderson. Anderson tries to force it, but he's hooked by Baisley. No chance to even go up as Baisley had both arms. Nothing intentional. Just got both arms of Anderson, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. So Trent Baisley, 6-foot senior, his third personal, will put Anderson at the free throw line. That first one bounces around and won't fall in. Let's see, coming in for the Mustangs, Nash Bledsoe. He's seen a few minutes of playing tonight. He'll be in the lineup as the second free throw is also no good. So Anderson 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And the Mustangs continue to trail by 20 with 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 48-28, the Thompson Valley lead. Fort Morgan continuing to play that man-to-man, picking up all the way outside the arc and playing tough pressure. The Eagles get it into the lane, then kick it out, and they find Olivas. his first bucket of the half. He's in double figures for the Eagles as they hit the 50 mark. Schneider shot no good. Rebound Eagles quickly on the break the other direction. Layup is good. Beautifully run break. Olivas has a pair of buckets back-to-back for the for the Eagles, and it's 52-28. Eagles in. Anderson with a shot for the Mustangs, and the Mustangs are gassed. They can't keep up with the breakaway the other direction. That tough defense has just taken the legs away from the Mustangs. They couldn't keep up on that break and shook with his first basket for the Eagles in the quarter. Shot from the corner for Zwetzig, and he was just outside the arc. A three-pointer for Tony Zwetzig. He has 5 in the quarter, 8 in the game, and the Eagles score, and they will be going to the line. That foul on Zwetzig, and Olivas with the bucket. He's had 3 back-to-back-to-back field goals. I thought they were going to send him to the line. Okay. Not quite sure what happened there. The Eagles will be throwing it in under their own basket, leading 56-31. Mustangs are going to keep playing that man-to-man. See if they can get some fresh legs out there. Let's see. It looks like Aaron Mendez is checked back in. And the Mustangs have 4 minutes to try to climb a huge mountain here against the Thompson Valley Eagles. The Eagles are going to be content to just work it around, pass it around, take advantage of the fact that there's no shot clock. They move into the lane and take a shot. Just as I say that, and Pomerleau with his second bucket of the half makes it 58-31 Eagles. Just inside the arc, McConnell, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of a white jersey, so the Mustangs will retain possession. 3:48 left to go in the ball game. Thompson Valley leading Fort Morgan 58-31. We're in Loveland, Colorado, home of the Thompson Valley Eagles. First game of the new year as we start this half of the 2011-2012 season from Thompson Valley. Zwetzig under the hoop, makes the basket, and will go to the line. He was pushed from behind, and Zwetzig has 7 points in the quarter. He's in double figures for the night, and he'll be at the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. 58-33. The free throw makes it 34. They haven't put it up on the board yet, but they will catch up, I'm sure. 3:43 left to go in the ball game. Eagles on offense. Now the scoreboard catches up, 58-34 with 3:35 to go. Eagles turn it over. Mustangs now working without full court pressure, which they've seen much of this game, and that was really the difference in this ball game is the turnovers and fast break points for the Eagles. And now Anderson tries to make a move to the hoop, and he's called for a travel, and it goes back over to Thompson Valley. 3:21 to go in the ball game. 24-point lead for Thompson Valley. They work against full court pressure being put on by the Mustangs. They break it. Now they kick it back out, secondary drive, and a foul. Not much contact, but the player did go down. So the foul is called, and the Eagles will throw it in from their own baseline. That foul on Nevin McConnell, his 4th personal foul, the 5th on the Mustangs here in the second half. Olivas working outside the arc, gets it inside to Shook, back to Olivas, swatted away by Anderson, his 5th block of the night on my score sheet. And most of them go a long ways. He was able to recover at least one of them, but a lot of them, he just knocked them away. And, the crowd groans. I groaned as Mendez went up to try to block a shot. The Thompson Valley player wound up underneath him, and Mendez, by virtue of gravity, came right back down on top of Baca. So Mendez called for the foul. And now, let's see, 4 new players into the lineup for the Mustangs. The Baker's back in. He's been in. And Wes Anderson, he played a couple minutes in the first half. He's back in. Zwetzig also on the floor, as is Eric Kimball. He's on the floor now. The Eagles take a shot with 2.5 minutes to go. No good. Rebound back to Thompson Valley. The Mustangs chasing on offense. Wide open three-pointer, no good. And a follow-up, but that was after the ball had actually been ruled out of bounds. The Mustangs will throw it in, and the Eagles are going to drop their pressure off now with 2.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Thompson Valley leading Fort Morgan 58-34. So the Mustangs have cleared their bench. Shot from the left side, Zwetzig, who's actually had a nice quarter here. He's the one player remaining on the floor. Out there right now, his shot no good. Rebound to the Eagle. Down at the other end, shot inside the arc, no good. Ball on the floor, knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. Thompson Valley leading Fort Morgan 58-34. We've got one other player out there that I haven't found yet. Let's see. We'll try to get that before the game ends. Mustangs playing man-to-man defense against the Eagles. They're working against the perimeter of that defense, trying to find that weak side. The first team has had pretty good luck finding the weak side, but a traveling call on the Eagles. A minute 40 left to go in the ball game. Fort Morgan trailing 58-34. The girls lost the opening game of this doubleheader. Both the boys and girls coming into tonight 1-6, and will both leave tonight 1-7. So, looking for better things to come as we move into this phase of the season. Basically, full swing now that the holiday break is behind us, and we are headed toward the meat of the regular season and the league schedule. And a turnaround basket on the left baseline is good by Leo Lopez. Check that. He's not in the ball game. That was Eric Kimball. I do believe, I apologize if I didn't get that right. Makes it 58-36, final minute of the ball game. Mustangs lose the handle, goes out of bounds. Are they going to say it was touched by an Eagle? Yes. Nope. They're going to give it to Thompson Valley. 51 seconds left to go in the ball game. Thompson Valley leading by 22 points. As we wind down the final minute of tonight's doubleheader, Mustangs continuing to play man-to-man defense as the clock winds down to the final half minute of tonight's ball game. Almost swatted away by Kimball. Eagles retain possession. 25 seconds left to go in the ball game. The Eagles just going to continue to work now. Baseline drive by Pomerleau, and he is good. 60-36. 15 seconds left to go in the ball game. Baker on the left wing. Cross court to Anderson. Three-pointer for Wes Anderson, and that's good. Nice shot there. Makes it 60-39 as the final seconds wind down. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be the final score of tonight's ball game. Thompson Valley 60, Fort Morgan 39. Back to wrap it up after this on B106.